Okay, welcome to Kung Fu Habit number 2. I'm your host Echo Fang Grey Wolf. So, uh, there's 683 of you for the moment. There will be significantly less when I'm done with this video. Alright, now this video will probably be about an hour and a half long. So if you're not in for the long haul, this is the part where you stop watching and you go on about your business because the time is 11:50 something, and I am going to do a very long, in-depth video about the disaster over the weekend, the bullshit assassination attempt, and Felon 47 in general. And I'm gonna drop some hardcore truths on y'all motherfuckers, and you're not gonna like me. You're not gonna like me because it's fucking facts, it's honest, and my phone can't help me because it's being charged. At least I think it's still being charged. Let me double check that. Probably not ruined the damn thing now. Oh, it's at 90%. So, but it still can't help me for the moment because I want this bitch fully charged. So, let us begin with this. If you are a Felon 47 supporter, my most humble apologies because you're not going to like me, and that door is always open. If you choose to leave this page, if you choose to come back, that door is always open for you. I have little to no ill will towards you because you voted for him. I have a whole lot of disdain for you if you don't own it. If you own it and know that you made a mistake, then we're all good. And that door is always open. Even if you don't own it, that door is always open. Just want to point that out there. That door is always fucking open. Alright? But here's the problem. I'm not going to sit here and lie to y'all. Everybody else might. I'm not going to lie to you. I've failed in acting for the last 30 plus years, so I have nothing to lose at this point. Alright? This is my veterans card with my government name on it. This is my cat card with my government name on it. Now, that's your proof of purchase, or as Charlie Kirk would say, that's me getting my credentials checked. Alright? So now that my credentials have been checked, my dog tags are back there, now we can begin some shit. So over the weekend, or Saturday or Sunday night, whichever one he had the little gala shit, there was a bullshit assassination attempt on his life yet again. So here's where some shit gets a little bit convoluted. Why did they rush to get JD Vance off the goddamn stage versus Felon 47? That's your first clue right there that something is afoot. Because as important as the vice president is, he's not more important than the actual president. And I find this completely disturbing that even I, a person who hates the president, has to question the motives of why did y'all protect the vice president before y'all got the president to his old ass and to his feet? They snatched J.D. Vance ass up and ran him the fuck up out of there. They surrounded Trump, but they didn't immediately try to get out. Now here's where we have a little bit of a fucking problem. Besides that, the real problem is the security footage looks like it's been doctored for some shit from 1984. We're in 2026, y'all. And though I'm using 2014-15 laptop camera from when I bought this goddamn thing after my father passed, this shit looks way better than that motherfucking security footage of this man shooting a security guard, bum rushing past him, and then they apprehended the guy. This shit's a farce. This is a farce. So let me go ahead and break it down for y'all. So last week was the final day that Virginia could vote for, our abilities to be able to go vote where we were supposed to vote versus this rediction bullshit. So let's go on and give you one more fucking credential. This is my Virginia driver's license. So this way y'all won't think that I'm bullshitting you when I'm about to say this. A week or 2 weeks ago, Felon 47 was here having a meeting at his place that he owns here in Virginia at the Kluge Mansion. Now, we can't confirm or deny who is having that fucking meeting with, but all of a sudden, on April the 21st, Virginia voted by a landslide not to let the Republicans redistrict so that they could have more seats. And then one of the Republican guys decided to file a lawsuit to say that it wasn't constitutional. So now I'm going to fucking piss y'all off. So why was it okay for Texas to be able to do it, but Virginia couldn't do it? And Texas is now a complete Republican state. But why Virginia can't do it? But y'all can file a lawsuit on us, but we didn't file a lawsuit on y'all for Texas and the other states that the Republicans did this shit to. These are cowards. I said what the fuck I said. Led by a coward, Captain Bone Spurs, who also initiated a draft that says your 25-year-old child can be drafted from 18 to 25 starting in 2027. That is allocated that they can be drafted now. Your president, the one y'all voted for, who didn't get drafted, who avoided the draft at least one time, just like Bill Clinton. Only difference is why I give Bill Clinton some leeway is because Bill Clinton didn't look at us and call us suckers and losers for those who have served. Now, for the suckers and losers that are serving, that are oath breakers, that really love Felon 47, good job. Because not only is he attempting to take military benefits, he's also firing 4-star generals, and he put us in a war that we didn't ask for. So again, I'm going to lose a lot of motherfucking followers on this page because y'all don't want to adjust, adapt, and accept the motherfucking truth that just fell from my lips. The man's a Dodge drafter. The man hates the military. The man wants to molest 10-year-old girls on escalators and then confesses to walking in on naked 14-year-old girls in this Miss Teen beauty pageant because he owns it. Y'all not putting all this together? Y'all not putting all this together because you don't want to put it all together because it's too much like the right thing to do to admit that you elected a child predator as the president. A man who disrespects the dog shit out of women. A man who confessed on The View that he wanted to have sex with his daughter. Now, he might not have said it directly because he said, you know, if Ivanka wasn't my daughter, I would be hitting that. Y'all can go find all these motherfucking videos right here on YouTube, by the way. All of them. The escalator, the confession to Howard Stern, the Billy Bush thing, everything that I'm saying, you can go fact check. Every fucking thing I'm saying. You can find all these videos on YouTube. Even though with him and the blonde chick and the guns, where he says, we're going to have to take their guns. We're going to have to take their guns. Only one Democrat has ever said they're going to have to take your guns. The rest of them have said, no, we just need stronger gun laws. So let that sink in. One Democrat said they better take your guns. Woohoo, that guy. I don't know his name, but he always, every time he hollered, so woohoo, we gotta take their guns. That's the only Democrat that ever said it. The rest of the Democrats will now don't agree with that. But your president, your boy, Felon 47, aka Donald John Trump, said it in a video with the blonde chick in a goddamn courtroom. But y'all didn't hear that, right? You guys are those three monkeys. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. Yeah, that's you motherfuckers. That's every last one of you motherfuckers that checked this motherfucker in. So for every little girl that's walking up the escalator, are you going up the escalator? Yeah, I'm going to be going up there too. I'm going to be dating her in 10 years, y'all. Can you believe it? Ha! All those videos are on this app. Every motherfucking one of them. You can find them. You can even find the ones about the Central Park 5. You can even find the ones about they don't like Indians to Indians and they don't like Indians to me. I got all the fucking receipts. Whether you choose to go watch the videos or believe it, that's a whole nother ballgame. I've also made videos like this on my fucking TikTok. I got a community guideline violation for saying such horrible things because I'll say it here on YouTube. The motherfucker that owns TikTok is a Donald Trump fanboy. He's richer than Donald Trump. Donald Trump should be sucking your dick. You shouldn't be kissing his ass. But apparently that's not how it works. So apparently the owner of CBS apparently likes to, I guess, protect child predators. Because if you say anything on TikTok, you get a community guideline violations because you literally spoke some truthful shit. Because the owner of CBS owns TikTok. And he is protecting Trump. And Trump is a fucking racist and a fucking felon. I said what the fuck I said. The motherfucker's a racist. Going back to 1989. where he wanted those 5 men of color to be unalive when they was just teenage boys. And then going back to his first term, when the person making the documentary of the Central Park 5 asked him, would he be in the documentary and would he apologize? And he said, no, they're just guilty of something else. Going back to that, because y'all don't want to believe this man is a racist. And FYI, he's not the guy dancing on Soul Train. It's a lookalike. It's not Trump. Fucked me up too when I found out that, damn, all this time I made a mistake. That's not Trump on Soul Train. It's some other guy. I have no idea who it is. And if my phone can be on, it's at 94%. We're going to find out while I got y'all. Then I'll cut this bitch back off so I can get a full charge. I hate technology, by the way. But we're going to find out who this motherfucking lookalike is on Soul Train. Come on, phone. Cut the fuck on. There we go. Anyway, the point being made is that y'all motherfuckers don't want him to be racist. But don't worry. I'm coming after all the Native Americans, all the blacks, all the Latinos, all the Hispanics, all the Asians, all the people of color that voted for this motherfucker, and all the women, all the soldiers. Oh, I'm coming for all y'all motherfuckers. Even you goddamn pretendians. I'm coming for y'all because this is where we are. Y'all don't want to talk about the Epstein list because, well, we're at war. So that's the one thing. We're at war. Now y'all don't want to talk about the war because, oh, well, now somebody tried to assassinate him and J.D. Vance with this staged ass bullshit that somehow or another y'all believe that America is this. Well, yep. Don't even let me finish that conversation because America is that motherfucking stupid. Let me see. There we go. There we go. Google. Here's the microphone thing. Hope my volume on this thing is up. Hey Google, who was the Donald Trump lookalike on the Soul Train video? Donald Trump on Soul Train. Alright, see, this thing says fact check Yahoo. I want to know who it is because Google told me before that it wasn't him and now it's giving me something else. Google, is that Donald Trump dancing on Soul Train or a lookalike? Why does this bitch says liquor?
Those viral videos claiming to show a young Donald Trump dancing on Soul Train are fake. The footage actually features an unidentified man, not Trump, from a 1987 episode around the 2-minute and 4-second mark.
Did y'all catch that? Let's try it again.
Those viral videos claiming to show a young Donald Trump dancing on Soul Train are fake. The footage actually features an unidentified man, not Trump, from a 1987 episode around the 2-minute and 4-second mark.
And just so that y'all up to speed, we're going to go ahead and try this one. That shit's on TikTok. I was trying to avoid going to TikTok. Well, you going to show the motherfucker or not? So remember, it's not Donald Trump. Now, two things. This motherfucker is scrawny as fuck. But it's not Trump. Alright.
This is them. This is what I'm talking about.
So, for the record, this thing did not say that it was Trump. It said it wasn't Donald Trump. Wonder. Let's try this out for all you Trump fans. Let's see if my Google can work. Motherfucker, I hate technology. Come on, damn it. That's not what I pushed. Really? Google. is there a possibility that you can give me a side-by-side of the fake Trump dancing on Soul Train and actually what Trump looked like at the time of the Soul Train debacle? Thinking.
The video showing Donald Trump dancing on Soul Train is fake. The footage actually shows a different man, thinner with a mullet, in a light-colored suit from a 1987 episode.
Yeah, I'm up to speed on that. Can you give me a side-by-side comparison of the fake Trump from Soul Train and the actual Trump in the era that that video was filmed? I hate technology. It's not going to talk because I hit the mic on the bottom. It's just going to say the same shit. So that y'all can read it. Now I'll read it to you. The viral video claiming to show Donald Trump on Soul Train in 1987 is false. The footage actually features an unknown dancer from May 2nd of 1987 episode filmed in Los Angeles. Meanwhile, Donald Trump was a potential real estate mogul based primarily in New York City. Alright? 1987. 1987. Y'all know what happened in 1988, right? Central Park 5. What year was the Central Park 5? 89. My bad. You gonna talk? Now y'all see why I hate technology. Anyway, so that you can see it, 1989, which was 2 years ago. 2 years ago. 2 years after the little 87 bitch. But it says Central Park 5 incident occurred on the night April 19th, 1989, where a white female jogger was brutally attacked and raped in New York City Central Park. 5 black and Latino teenagers, Aaron McCray, Kevin Richardson, Yusuf Salam, Raymond Santana, and Corey Wise were wrongfully arrested, convicted, and imprisoned for 6 to 13 years before being exonerated in 2002. We got that? They were exonerated. Let's see what happens when I say this. Did DNA clear the Central Park 5?
Yes. DNA evidence in 2002 cleared the Central Park 5. DNA from a rape kit matched Matias Reyes, who confessed to being the sole attacker. This proved the teenagers were wrongly convicted, and their convictions were overturned.
Which pretty much ruined their life. Can you give me the picture or the video of Donald Trump taking out a full-page ad to have the Central Park 5 unalived? Watch they sugarcoat this bitch. And it didn't give me. Donald Trump and the Central Park 5 in the Newsday. Donald Trump replaced the advertisement and the promotion in the newspaper, including Newsday 89. Why didn't you give me the whole shit that I asked for? That's why I hate technology. Trump declares Central Park 5. Trump's helicopter crash. I don't give a fuck about the helicopter crash. He survived the bitch, didn't he? Anyway, it wouldn't give me what I needed it to give me. Because technology can be manipulated. Of course, maybe I asked the question wrong. Do you have video footage of Trump acknowledging that the Central Park 5 were guilty? Of course it doesn't. Oh, I have to go to YouTube. 9 years ago. Trump thinks the Central Park 5 are guilty. Well, we're already on YouTube. We might as well go here. This is an ad, by the way. As soon as it allows me to skip, we're going to do that. It's not allowing me to skip.
You better believe that I hate the people that took this girl and raped her brutally. You better believe it. And it's more than anger, it's hatred. And I want society to hate him.
In New York City in the late 80s and early 90s, the case of the Central Park jogger was notorious. In April of 1989, a white woman who had been jogging was found brutally raped and beaten nearly to death in Central Park. Not long after the woman was discovered, 4 black teenagers, 1 Latino teenager, were charged and jailed for the crime. The gruesome case whipped up an unbelievable hysteria throughout the city, the media ginning up fears with headlines about wolf packs and roving gangs and wilding. But the 5 boys, ages 14 to 16, had falsely confessed to the crime after hours of police interrogations. They were later tried, convicted, and sentenced to prison. But vindication for the group, known as the Central Park 5, came in 2002, when a convicted murderer and rapist confessed to the crime, and that confession was then corroborated by DNA. The prison sentences of the Central Park 5 were overturned, but by that time they had already served between 5 and 13 years. In 2014, the men were awarded a $40 million settlement from New York City. The story that had gripped the city for years came to a close, and yet one Manhattan resident's obsession with the case continues to this day. Just weeks after the crime was committed in 1989, Donald Trump took out a full-page ad in 4 New York newspapers advocating the return of the death penalty. And when the city awarded the men a settlement in 2014, Trump wrote an editorial in the Daily News calling the settlement a disgrace. And now, even now, as the presidential nominee for the Republican Party, Trump hasn't allowed science or evidence to change his initial reaction to the case. Just this week, Trump said he still considers the men, again, exonerated by the criminal justice system and by DNA scientific evidence, guilty, issuing a statement saying, quote, "They admitted they were guilty. The police doing the original investigation say they were guilty. The fact that case was settled with so much evidence against them is outrageous. The woman, so badly injured, will never be the same." Joining me now is Yusuf Salam. He is one of the men wrongfully convicted in the Central Park jogger case, later exonerated by DNA evidence. And Mr. Salam, first, how old were you when you were arrested, and how much time do you spend in prison?
I was 15 years old when this happened, and I've spent about 7 years in prison, close to 7 years.
All right, we're done.
Before we get to Donald Trump, I mean, what was...
We're not going to watch 10 minutes of this shit. Well, it's 6 minutes. My bad. It literally says 6 minutes over here in the corner. But we're not going to watch that. I just wanted to give y'all the fucking facts. This motherfucker's a racist. Alright? Point blank period. For all you idiots, especially people of color, he's a fucking racist. Alright? He literally is a fucking racist. Let's go to the 1993 stuff. You know. Can you give me the information of 1993's They Don't Look Like Indians to Indians and They Don't Look Like Indians to Me?
In October 1993, Donald Trump made controversial comments questioning the racial background of Native Americans running casinos in Connecticut. These remarks were widely criticized.
Uh-huh. Let's do the... Let's see, which one's the last 31 seconds? I don't want to go to Facebook. Oh, there's one on YouTube. Let's use that one, because we're on YouTube.
Is this you discussing Indian blood? We're going to judge people by whether they have Indian blood, whether they're qualified to run a gaming casino or not?
That probably is me, absolutely. Because I'll tell you what, if you look at some of the reservations that you've approved, you, sir, in your great wisdom have approved, I will tell you right now, they don't look like Indians to me, and they don't look like the Indians. Now, maybe we say politically correct or not politically correct. They don't look like Indians to me, and they don't look like Indians to Indians. And a lot of people are laughing at it, and you're telling how tough it is, how rough it is to get approved. When you go up to Connecticut and you look, now, they don't look like Indians to me, sir.
Thank God that's not the test of whether or not people have rights in this country or not, whether or not they pass your look test.
Depends whether or not you're approving it, sir.
No, it's not a question whether I'm approving it. It's not a question whether I'm approving it. Mr. Trump, you know in the history of this country where we've heard this discussion before, they don't look Jewish to me.
Oh, really?
They don't look Indian to me. They don't look Italian to me. And that was the test for whether people could go into business or not go into business, whether they could get a bank loan. You're too black, you're not black enough.
I rest my motherfucking case for all y'all defending this son of a bitch on him not being fucking racist. But, you know, that might not be enough for y'all motherfuckers. I said I could bring some fucking receipts right off of YouTube, so I did. Can I get the YouTube video of him and the girl on the escalator back in 1992? Lou joking. We're going to do that one because it's 37 seconds. And 37 seconds is more than enough that I don't really want to deal with this motherfucker. Let's go. That's your boy.
Ah, the sweet
That's
sound
not your
of
boy.
selling and earning
I have
on
no
vintage.
idea who the hell that woman is.
Don't wear it, sell it.
If this doesn't discuss you, you're not a human being.
In the wake of questions and allegations about Donald Trump's behavior towards women, ET discovered this footage in our archive, which we provided to CBS News.
Soon. Thursday night. You going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. Can you believe it?
If that does not discuss you, you have a fucking problem. You literally have a fucking problem. That's disgusting. If that does not discuss you, you are a human piece of filth. Let's hear that one more fucking time for all the defenders of Donald fucking Trump.
Okay, you start and I'm ready.
In the wake of questions and allegations about Donald Trump's behavior towards women, ET discovered this footage in our archive, which we provided to CBS News.
Soon. Thursday night. You going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. Can you believe it?
The girl in the pink right there, by the way. If y'all just think that that was just a fucking joke, you are the problem. You are the reason why he's fucking in office as we speak right now. With that bullshit assassination attempt over the fucking weekend. Can you find me the video footage of him confessing to Howard Stern about walking in on the teenagers in the Miss Teen USA pageant?
In 2016, audio released by CNN and BuzzFeed revealed Donald Trump told Howard Stern in 2005 that he entered dressing rooms at pageants. While this audio focused on adult pageants, former Miss Teen USA contestants also alleged that Trump entered their dressing rooms in 1997. You can find the audio by searching CNN K-File Trump Howard Stern backstage.
Yeah, I don't need to do all that. These people that I'm speaking to on this fucking video, they need it. They need it because, you know, they support this motherfucker. You know. Let's see, there's a CBS exclusive that's on Facebook. I want the shit right off of YouTube. So, let's see, it says Trump crew talked to Howard Stern. It's 2 minutes and 6 seconds long. Hopefully it's the right motherfucking video because it has CNN written on it.
University
Here's
of
a
Phoenix
fucking
is
ad
built
for y'all.
real life. At
But
some
it's
schools,
coming
to save
off of
money, you have to
YouTube,
prove fast and load up on courses. We keep it simple. Take one course at a time with fixed, affordable tuition. Get started at phoenix.edu.
My daughter is beautiful, Ivanka.
By the way, your daughter,
Oh, Lord.
beautiful. Can I say this? A piece of ass.
The last couple of years, I go out with somebody, and she's like 21, and she's talking about, you know, what are you doing? And she's studying algebra. And,
So what?
And it's like, it was always embarrassing for me to walk in. It's too young. 30 is like a perfect age.
Absolutely. She has enough life experience. She's 35.
Too much life experience. What is it at 35, Howard? It's called checkout time.
And you're probably, I would say, the greatest judge of beauty on this planet. In fact, I would create a TV show for you where all you did was just judge women.
Now, that may be the best idea of all.
It's a simple thing. It's a half hour, and we strip it out all over
No,
the
I would
country.
say I'm the all-time judge.
You own this pageant. You go over. You look. You're meeting the girls. It's like one of them comes up to you and says, "Mr. Trump, you're a very sexy man.
You're a beautiful man. You have fantastic hair.
Well, you're a powerful man, right? Right? You're a powerful man.
Right.
I want to sleep with you."
Now, you're not the type that would say no.
I don't want to hurt their feelings.
Right. No, but I mean, you see a beautiful woman, you want to have that. You're a guy who likes to have everything, right?
Well, couldn't that be construed, however, as
Conflict?
yes?
I don't see it as a
It
conflict.
could be a conflict of interest, but it's the kind of thing you worry about later.
Oh, I see.
You tend to think about the conflict a little bit later on.
The question is, how can it not be construed?
No, I mean, some of these foreign girls, Mr. Trump, in my country, we say hello with vagina. And,
Well, you could also say, as the owner of the pageant, it's your obligation to do that.
So you have done that.
I'll tell you the funniest is that I'll go backstage before a show.
Yes.
And everyone's getting dressed and ready and everything else. And, no men are anywhere. And I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it. I'm inspecting.
Right,
I want to make sure that
You're like a
everything
doctor.
is good.
You're there.
Yeah, the dress. Is everyone okay? They're standing there with no clothes. Is everybody okay? And you see these incredible-looking women. And so I sort of get away with things like that.
Let me state this one more time. Even though Howard pretty much fed this motherfucker to the goddamn sharks with that shit. Which is why they're beefing now. Let me state that one more motherfucking time. If you don't have a fucking problem with that, you are part of the fucking problem. Let's see if we can find one more video about him and the blonde chick and the guns. Can you give me access to the video on YouTube of him and the blonde chick where he wants to take away everybody's guns and she's talking about some kind of adjudication stuff?
The video you're asking about is likely on the Liberty Hangout YouTube channel. It features Caitlin Bennett, who is known as Gun Girl, debating gun control with someone, and it covers topics like red flag laws and mental health adjudication.
I don't know if that's the one I'm talking about. I do know that her and Donald Trump was at a freaking table discussing guns and how he wanted to take guns from people. That's the video I'm looking for.
The video you're likely looking for is from the February 28, 2018 bipartisan gun meeting at the White House. During that meeting, President Trump discussed taking guns first, and then going through due process. It also included a discussion with Senator Feinstein about gun reform.
Let's see if this is it.
Okay, wait. I just found this site called Ways for I thought it was like
yeah.
Tinder, so I was trying to swipe, but there's no swipe? Okay, stop. You see? This is exactly what...
We don't need to hear about
gun bans that
sex.
we have right now in the United
This
States,
is not the
which is
video.
almost 100 years old, by the way, was just shut down by the Trump administration and its DOJ. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Now, this is an interesting one
Look,
because
I just want the video of him in the courtroom.
it was to a
I
coming
get
from another state
this guy's
to
gun
travel
owner.
through with their firearms.
I don't have a gun.
By one. You're not going to get it all in one punch, man.
Maybe if I go to YouTube instead of trying to use Google. Really? Took me right back to the same damn video? Well, she's hot. She is hot. Anyway. Can you show me the video of Donald Trump and some blonde broad having a meeting about gun control and how he wants to take away the guns and she wants to make sure people are adjudicated before the guns are taken?
Can you show me the video of Donald Trump and some blonde bride having a meeting about gun control and how he wants to take away the guns and she wants to make sure people are adjudicated before the guns are taken?
I want to say this is the one. It says shorts, though. See, that's why I don't like technology, because it would take me anywhere but where I needed to go. And I don't want to give you all the wrong shit. Because I don't want to sit up here and lie. So we're going to push this bitch and pray it's the right one.
Take the firearms first and then go to court. We have to do something very decisive. Number one, you can take the guns away immediately from people that you can adjudge easily are mentally ill. like this guy. You know, the police saw that he was a problem. They didn't take any guns away. Now, that could have been policing. I think they should have taken them away anyway, whether they had the right or not. A lot of times, by the time you go to court, it takes so long to go to court to get the due process procedures. I like taking the guns early, like in this crazy man's case that just took place in Florida. But take the guns first, go through due process second.
That is it, but it's not the full video.
Take the firearms first.
That's why I don't like shorts. That is it. That was the one. You can't see the blonde on here. But she starts to yell at him, no, it has to be adjudicated. It has to be adjudicated. So just want to make sure that I'm bringing y'all all these motherfucking receipts before you leave my page and think, oh, well, Echo Fan Grey Wolf's a piece of fucking human shit because he hates Donald Trump. I am, for sure, open and honest that I hate that motherfucker. I hate that motherfucker with a goddamn passion because he's a fucking racist. So I brought up the Indians. I brought up the goddamn fucking girl thing. I left off the birthright citizenship. I left off the fucking removal of DEI and getting after all of the fucking black soldiers, native soldiers, and everyone else. And now it's time for me to go in and go deep. Because, no diddy, it's high time that we do this shit. A lot of y'all motherfucking Trump supporters just don't seem to give a fuck that this man wanted to have sex with children. He wanted to have sex with his own daughter. He doesn't think Afro-Indigenous people count as Afro-Indigenous. That would be the people in the Connecticut trial. For the record, they were part black and part Native American, and his casino was getting his ass kicked by their casino that was fucking winning. And instead of just taking the L, nah, he wants to sue them so that he can have the money. Because he had to pay higher taxes or some bullshit that he used as a fucking excuse. So, what does he do? He takes them to court. He lost that case, by the way. But then he turns around. We ain't even going to go into how Barack Obama decided to protect Standing Rock. And day one of Trump's term, he decides to go against Standing Rock. Nope, we're not going to let that happen. You guys are not going to have that. We're going to put those pipelines through Standing Rock. Standing Rock warriors, by the way, are currently being prosecuted. So let's go with that. And how about the January 6ers? Some of them are still being arrested for brand new crimes. Y'all ain't think about none of that shit, right? Nah, that's too much like the right thing to do. No, we're going to support this motherfucker come hella high water. Which goes back to, finally, the congressional dinner attack. Let's go ahead and address that now. If you see the footage, the security footage, it looks like that shit's from 1972. The year before I was born. There's no fucking way in hell you at a hotel near the White House and you got the worst security footage on fucking lockdown. Your security footage is worse than my footage of this fucking camera from this Apple computer, this MacBook Pro. Because all of my monologue Mondays and everything is done with this MacBook. That's it. I don't have a video camera that I can hook to this bitch because I'm poor. But I bought y'all receipts, man. I bought y'all receipts. There's 683 of you right now. There'll probably be maybe 600, if that, by the time I'm done with this hour video. There's no guarantee that you guys are going to stay, because a lot of y'all motherfuckers seem to not have a problem supporting a fucking child molester. I said what the fuck I said. He started a war to get us away from the Epstein's list. This phony-ass assassination attempt. How many goddamn times can an assassin fucking miss? Alright? There was no assassination attempt last night. Just like the poor sacrificed kid that died for shooting him in the ear. Go look at the footage of his ear. Cartilage does not grow back, y'all. There's no surgery. There's no hole in his ear. There's nothing. There's nothing. You can see how my ears are protruding from my face. Take a good look. You can barely see. There's not enough space. Because my ears are, the skin is connected. Guess who else's ears is like that? Felon 47's ears is just like that. They don't have that little flap or the slit between it where you have people who have ears that are attached to their face. And you have people who have ears that are not really attached to their face. Yeah. His ear sticks out like this one. This is the same ear. There's no way in hell he could have been shot without that shit going across his face and popping off that motherfucker. There would be a hole there for the rest of his motherfucking life without surgery. He was in the hospital for 5 fucking minutes. Surgery takes longer than 5 minutes. Oh, let me prove that to you really fucking quickly. Let's go on and drop my fucking pants. And let's go on and pull up my 18-hour hip replacement scar. Can y'all see it? It's right there. That was 18 hours, baby. Now, for the record, I didn't have surgery for this, but my face got burnt clean the fuck off. So, I'm bringing receipts. I'm going to be losing a few of y'all, but that just means you're diehard supporters of a child molesting, child predator motherfucker who happens to be a racist. So, we're 40 some odd minutes in, and I got to get ready to end this video because it's almost 1 o'clock and I'm hungry. So by the time y'all see this, it'll probably be Tuesday. But here's how this is going to work. Make sure you're clear. If you're supporting this man, and you happen to be black, native, Asian, Hispanic, Latino, female, you fucked everybody, especially yourselves. Now I know you're all thinking, you didn't mention white people. Why didn't you mention white people? Why didn't you mention white people? Because the majority of white people that voted for him are either not very intelligent or racist. And then there's that third bunch that might be slightly confused. Alright? They're not unintelligent. They're not racist. They just got duped into okie doke because they believed this motherfucker was going to drain the swamp. Not knowing that he is the fucking swamp. Now I will blame Biden for this one thing and this one thing only. Biden and them could have solved this problem real motherfucking quick by releasing the Epstein files. Unfucking redacted other than the victims. When Comey was in charge of the FBI, they could have solved this motherfucking problem. Trump wouldn't be president now because his ass would be serving time. Clinton would probably also be serving time. And that's fine by me, because if you're on this motherfucking guy's island and you're hurting fucking kids, you don't have a place in society that you should be anywhere other than fucking prison. So I do blame Joe Biden for that. Yes, I said what the fuck I said. I completely, totally, honestly don't give a fuck if you don't like it. I do blame Joe Biden for not releasing the motherfucking Epstein files. We would have a female president. We would. We would have the world at our feet right now. There wouldn't be any problems. There wouldn't be a fucking war happening. There wouldn't have been no motherfucking initial draft to kick into place next year so that your 18 to 25-year-old son can be drafted into a war even if they don't want to go. Because you can't avoid the draft. I mean, Felon 47 did. Barron's going to be exhumed. But let me give y'all a little bit of fun facts before I end this video. Before I really dig into Trump's backside. No Diddy. Arnold Schwarzenegger. In his country, 2 years mandatory service. He drove a fucking tank. So Commando actually does have military fucking experience. Prince Harry, Prince William, King Charles, and the pedo Prince Philip all served in the military. And every member of BTS. God damn it. You know, there's a reason why I'm recording.